What is up, guys? I'm sorry. First thing I'm going to say is I apologize. We haven't made a video in a long time. Also, on that note, what we're doing tonight is we're going to go film Fabian's skyline. So I'm going to start the video with that. We have to make a few stops before we get there, so just wait. It'll be coming. I don't know how long the editing time is, so just wait for that. Or you can just scroll the time across if you don't want to hear me talk. I have to go get dog food and do house things, and then go to Best Buy. And then we're going to go to the skyline. I promise, I know I said 2 weeks ago that we were going to go to the skyline, but tonight it's coming. Finally. We had so much going on the last couple weeks. Moving houses, selling my Evo, buying the RS4. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. So tonight we are finally doing it. Scroll if you don't want to see the rest. If not, we're going to go to Fabian. So I'm getting gas, and I wanted to show you guys how dirty this thing is before I wash it here in the light without being too triggered. Look at how dirty. This is 1 day of driving. 1 day in Pennsylvania. This is what happens. 1 day. So we're going to get to Fabian's here soon. The car wash is packed. Apparently everybody had the same idea I did, so we're about to pull in. I think he's done. Ooh, he is. Okay, we're pulling in. I'm going to wash the Audi real quick. We're just going to rinse it off, and then we're going to go to the skyline. I promise that's where we're going right now after I rinse the car off. Skyline time. Get ready. Alright guys, we got the navigation going, we got my dog food, we got the car wash, we got gas. Finally on the way to see Fabian. I wanted to give you a quick little rundown as to why I didn't get to make the video last time. I had just bought the RS, right, and kind of retired the Corvette for wintertime. Let me turn the light on. Jesus. Retired the Corvette kind of for the wintertime, and I just bought the RS4. I didn't know how to use the navigation that's in it from Audi, just because I had just gotten it, and it's not the greatest navigation in the world, so it takes a minute to input the destination and everything. And I put in Fabian's address as, you know, what it was. 30 west. Hang on. And when I put it in, it took me to York instead of Harrisburg. So apparently he has the exact same address as somebody in York, and that is where it took me, and I messed that up. So that is part of the reason as to why the video didn't get made about 2 weeks ago. But we're going now, I promise. And I'm going to spare you all of the boring stuff, and we're just going to get there in a snap. Ready? Fabian's garage, where we have a skyline. Finally, we're going to put it over here, wrapped, as he sits on the couch. And I'm just kidding. It's purple. That's a Scion filing cabinet. But there, it's a toaster. Yeah. There is the skyline in all of its glory. We'll do a little walk around here so you can see it, and then I'm gonna have Fabian give us the rundown here. But it is right-hand drive. It's real. It's not fake. It's not an Altima.
I mean, it is.
I mean, kind of. It is. It's the same trunk badge as an Altima. But there it is. These are the side skirt extensions that he made in-house. So if you guys need those, plug Skyline, or Fabian's your guy. I'm going to tag his Instagram and probably Facebook stuff to the video in the description so you guys can hit him up for custom-made stuff. Right? Custom made? Completely custom made? Okay. So, as long as you have the dimensions of the sides, right?
Yep.
And can you do fronts and rears yet?
I'm working on making some front splitters right now. Right now I'm working on my own stuff. But as soon as I get like my own stuff out of the way, I can start doing some custom stuff and nailing down some generic stuff for 240s and
Perfect.
Cobalts and all kinds
Perfect.
of crazy stuff.
All right, so weight on the front and rears.
Yep.
Don't ask him for that yet until he posts it. But sides for now, just give him the dimensions. You probably have a couple cars already.
I do, yeah. I have access to a couple Subarus, and we have them for some sign-ons.
Cool.
The R33s were easy.
Custom vape holders, so when they open the doors for the Subaru guys.
Coming soon.
I just don't get angry. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So, do you want to give us the rundown on the Skyline? Tell us what's up with it. Tell us what you like, dislike. Well, just give us the rundown first. Show us the car.
Okay.
Anything you want to, everything you've done to it so far.
Yeah, sure. So when I first got the car, it was silver, and the guys at Thaddeus Stevens, like their Votech program, painted it for me, and basically we chose a Subaru color, which is, I believe it's called Java Black Pearl.
Which, if you haven't seen this paint in person, if you're not local, it just looks black, but I promise you, it's amazing in person. The gold flake that's in it, right? Is it gold flake?
Yeah, I guess it's like, well, there's a bunch of different colors, honestly. I can try and see if it'll show up.
I hope it picks up on the camera, but it is literally awesome in person. It turns into a whole different car as soon as you put light on it.
It has like a really nice color flop.
It's crazy.
To it. Looks gorgeous in the sun. So, but anyways, the guys at Thaddeus Stevens took over and did some body work for me. We shaved the front fenders because on the Skylines you have like turn signal markers that are ginormous. Actually, I just saw them on the floor. So this used to be right there. Shaved that completely. And then the antenna on the rear quarters is gone.
It was probably like here-ish.
Yeah, I think it was like right around here, somewhere down a little bit. We threw on the GTR spoiler.
Which, if this doesn't make you want to buy the car alone, I don't know. All the fanboys out there. Hit up Fabian, $100,000 spoiler right here.
Yeah. I bought this $100,000 spoiler for $300 in Philly.
Oh, okay. We got it.
But, yeah, so I did the GTR spoiler. We did Type M skirts, and I did a Nismo front lip on it. And I think that's it as far as that time period for paint. They scrubbed everything down, sanded, colored everything, did all the door jambs.
Oh, so it's completely done, huh?
Yeah, they did a really nice job on it. They did a good job, you know, I appreciated them. Then I gave it over to my homies at Urban Works over in Willow Street.
Plug.
Shameless plug. Neil, I love you.
Yeah, Neil, we'll tag him in it.
Neil took over, sanded and polished my turd, and just made it look really, really good for what it is. This is not a show car quality paint job, but I consider this to be an above OEM paint job. And he turned it out really well. I put a top secret rear diffuser on it.
Let's see if we can check that out.
Which is fiberglass, and then I wrapped it in 5D carbon. Of course, my side skirt extensions are on it. And then we have what's called, and don't hate on me if this is wrong, but these are called diverters. And those are actually off of the Supra Riddick's kit. So they actually fit this car perfectly, and I thought they would look really good with the side skirt extensions, so that's what I did, and just absolutely love it. I have done a quad projector setup in the headlights, which I did myself. So you have high and low beam projectors in what used to be halogen headlights. Morimoto Mini H1 projectors with demon eyes behind it. I don't know if it'll show up on the video.
It should. It picks up light pretty good. Let's see.
So,
yeah, these things are sick. Let me see if I can get an angle, see if it'll look a little, if it shows up a little better. But the orange I guess what is like running lights, daytime running lights?
Yeah, so basically, I haven't finished them yet, but my end goal is to get rid of these ugly lights down here. I want to eliminate the fog light and the turn signal here, and then my demon eyes and the LEDs here, I'm going to rewire to be the turn signals up top. That's my end goal for it, but I've been kind of lazy. I don't like wiring too much, so yeah, so that's what I did. On the interior, there's Corbeau TRSY.
Hop over here real quick.
Which were generously donated by my buddy Tyler. I'm kidding, they weren't donated, but I got a lot of love for him. So, we got the Corbeau TRSYs in there, which we adapted to the factory rails on the seats, which I'll give another shout out to my boy Scott Emlett. Has done a ton of work on this car with me and for me, which I highly, highly appreciate you, Scott. I love you. So Scott was able to detach the rails off the bottom of the factory seats and position them on the Corbeaus and re-weld them and make them fit so they are super, super low and they are, super comfortable.
I don't know if it's hard to tell in here, but there's literally like, I don't even think I can get my hand underneath the seat. It's about as low as it can go.
You can get it on the side a little bit, but like that's it. And I mean, I absolutely needed that space saving in this car. I'm a bigger guy, I'm not small, so any bit of comfort that I can squeeze into, is nice for me.
Which is nice though, because you still have the factory adjustable.
Yes.
You can still go front and back. You can slide the whole seat forward, which is solid. A lot of guys get stuck, even in new cars.
Yeah.
Some of the car, like the GT3, I don't think you can adjust front and back.
Oh, really?
I think it just slides.
Yeah, see, I can't deal with that. Like, my back is shit as it is, so, I needed something that was for sure comfortable. And Tyler's a bigger guy like myself, so when he said, that he recommended these, I absolutely took him up on his offer. There's the NRG harness bar, again, given to me by Tyler, not given.
He stole that.
And I might as well just plug, like, Tyler, thanks for the steering wheel as well. No.
Really, this car is half Tyler's.
Yeah.
The
this car doesn't even belong to me anymore. Yeah, so anyways, we got the Blitz RVIT up there, which is a really nice meter. It actually will show you a lot of stuff that's going on in the car. And actually, because, I don't know if you know this or not, but Japanese domestic cars do not have OBD systems in them. So
I didn't know that.
If I go to like Advanced Auto Parts and try to get a code pulled for this thing, they can't do it. There's no OBD system in here. So this thing plugs into the plug underneath the dash and retrieves data, and I can actually check my check engine light on there, and
that's pretty
I can see RPM and speed and whatever I need to more accurately now that I have the wheels and stuff on the car.
Well, there you go. The more you know, right?
Yeah.
That's another reason we won the war. America.
But yeah, so the car is a 97.
97 Skyline.
This is a GTS. There's a lot of people that just see the spoiler and assume it's a GTR. This is not a GTR. If you're a JDM person, you know just by looking at the front bumper that this is absolutely not a GTR. I'm not a poser.
Which means it's not a turbo, but it's okay. It's still beautiful. Pop the hood. Pop the hood.
I don't want to pop the hood.
Pop the hood. It's ugly.
This is the RB20 non-turbo. Fuck you, I already know what you're saying behind your keyboard. But, she's reliable.
And his name is John C.
Everybody that's going to leave a negative comment just on this part alone. And still don't have a Skyline. If you do, you can go ahead and tell him that he's wrong.
If you have a Skyline, if you have an R33
and above, not an R35 though, because you can get those here.
Yeah.
33 and 34, right?
You can give me shit.
Then you can hate on him.
You know?
And then I'll leave the address in the
Absolutely.
description.
However, I will say a lot of my R34 buddies and a lot of my R32 guys do give this car a lot of love and know that there's just, it's a process. You know, I dumped a crap ton of money into it. It's taken a lot to get it where it is now. And hopefully this year we will transplant something really, really fun in there. And next year it'll be out kicking ass. And
I'm just going to give him the motor to my Corvette. Should I do that? Yes. Yeah? No, I'm kidding. I'm not
I
going
would
to.
totally LS swap it. Donations! Start that GoFundMe right now!
Somebody start a GoFundMe in Fabian's name for either a turboed R34 motor or an LS. He'll take an LS.
Yeah, I'll take an RB26, no problem.
Something. I don't know.
But yeah, that's where it's at. I have
the wheels.
Yeah, the works are work 11Rs that I actually traded up for with Brendan.
There's so many plugs in this video, I can't tag everybody.
There are.
I'm just going to let him do the tagging when I post it.
I will say, a lot of friends have come together and have helped me a lot with this car, and I really appreciate it.
If you don't know Fabian and you're not in the local area, you should.
They know me.
You probably do. Because I'm going to post it on the Lancaster page. So
you either know me as that douchebag or the dude with the Skyline in Lancaster.
Right. But I've known Fabian for what, like 11 years now?
Yeah, we're going on it.
DSM Tuners, right? Was the first place that we...
Spa DSM.
Spa, yeah. Central PA DSM
Yeah.
was the first place. He worked at the car dealership up the street from my house.
Yep.
From where I worked, actually. Neither of us had licenses back then.
Yeah, no.
And we both got pulled over numerous times driving to Taco Bell.
Yep.
And that's pretty much...
awesome, because that was the same cop that pulled me over twice.
Yep.
And he came and got you, and he was like, you remember what he said? Man, you guys just
travel together.
Yep.
So if you're watching, we got you now. We're both legal, road legal.
Yep. We are, we're all taken care of.
Maybe not this.
So.
But you don't know where this is. So. Undisclosed location for the Skyline.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, I've known Fabian forever. I wanted to film this car. It's an amazing, beautiful car. You even did the pictures at my wedding.
That's true, yeah.
Also, he does wedding pictures, he does side skirts, he does custom fab work, wrapping, right? You can wrap cars too.
Yep.
He's your go-to for come to him, way cheaper.
Yeah, let me know.
And he will do
Absolutely.
your entire Honda Civic.
That's right.
Way cheaper.
Or Integras.
Shane probably won't do your Civic.
That's all I do
Yes.
is Civics and Integras.
Right, yes.
That's my specialty.
What do you...
People know me from my last car, which was a red 2G Eclipse that was front-wheel drive turbo. But it was the cleanest Eclipse that people had seen in a really, really long time. It performed very well, it was reliable, it never left me sit, and it looked immaculate.
We'll flash a picture of it. Just wait.
Yeah, let's do that. This car, like I said, there's circumstances to every build. This was not my first choice for a car. I had a white GTST with an RB25 in it lined up, and the seller at the very last minute, I was flying across the country like 6 or 8 hours later, and the guy dropped out of the sale on me at the very last minute. So I was stuck with an airplane ticket, I was stuck with hotel reservations, car reservations, and not to mention, I had a friend coming with me out there who had spent just as much on an airplane ticket, split the room.
Who wasn't getting a car.
Who wasn't getting a car, was just going along for the experience. He wanted to come out, and and I invited friends to come with me because I was excited about it. So to have somebody back out on you at the last minute, you're scrambling, trying to find out, okay, what's my next option? This was actually the first car that I had made a call about, and as soon as the guy told me it's a GTS non-turbo, I hung up the phone. But the car was still there for me. As soon as the other seller backed out and dropped the deal on me, this guy came through. So
the first guy's watching this video, he's still salty.
Yeah.
Still salty.
I am.
He let me know about it. We're not going to rant because I'll get demonetized. But Too much swearing.
If I knew that guy's name, I would totally shout him out and just, you know.
It's like an 18-year-old Canadian kid.
Go get him!
Nobody likes Canadians
Go
anyway.
get him!
Unless you're watching the video and you are Canadian, then we like you.
And the thing that's really funny is he looked exactly like what Canadians do in South Park.
Oh, his head flopped off?
Exactly. So
maybe it was like all grown up.
it was. But yeah, you know, and it came through, and I got the car, I put it on transport, got it back home, and just immediately started working on it. And it looks like crap, you know. It looks like absolute junk. I'll send you a picture. Maybe you want to put it in the video as to what it looks like the day I picked it up to what it looks like now.
We'll do a quick before and after. Ready?
It's a hell of a change. Hell of a change.
So,
but yeah, I'm very happy with it. Overall, I've done things like, for instance, the GTS came with a 4-lug wheel setup on it. And now
that is clearly 5.
Yep. Now we have 300ZX brakes, rotors, and hubs on it. So I have a ton of wheel options now.
Are they 5x114?
These are 5x114, yep.
It's everybody's car.
Absolutely, yeah. So now try finding 4-lug wheels that have aggressive offset and are nice looking and stuff like that. They're, you know, nobody makes them over here. Japan has a crap ton of them. But, you know, you want something, that's what our fad is now. Everybody's into stance.
Right.
So if you want your car to keep up with the culture, you know, you need some meaty wheels that are wide and have a decent offset on them. So you got to make changes. But yeah, that's what it is.
Looks good, brother.
Thank you.
Looks good. He also does custom-made sub boxes. I found that out. Custom-made 10-inch subwoofer boxes. We're not going to tag them because they don't exist anymore.
No.
But custom-made sub boxes. I'll show you Fabian's logo too. So if you ever see this on social media, you know it's from this guy right here. I think I still have a couple of those stickers laying around my house.
I have like a handful of them left over. I give them to people every once in a while, but yeah.
Nice skyline logo. You probably see me in the paint. That's how clean he keeps his thing.
Yeah.
And the Ultima 90s key for the trunk.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Actually, future mod, I found a picture of a dude with a R32 that had cut out the lettering on the back here, and he put some plexi behind it, and then put a red light in there, like an LED light.
Like a brake light?
Wired it to the brake light, so when he hits the brakes and when his lights are on, just in like running, the Skyline badge lights up.
That's
so
pretty sick.
That's going to be my next thing I'm going to undertake.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, you know, everything's kind of simple. So.
This thing is so wide too.
It is. She got a big booty.
It's
Gotta
nice,
love
though.
big booty.
It's true.
You know?
Nismo badge, in case you forget Nissan's performance.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here's a cool little thing. I forgot to tell you about these. These center caps are custom made by myself and Bree Eckenrode. What we did was, so Work has 2 choices of center caps for these here. You can either get them in red or black, but they are $20 a piece. And they honestly, they look like shit.
$80 for center caps?
Yeah, yeah. So, but it's like, it's not $80 for good looking center caps. It's $80 for terrible looking center caps that just absolutely look like junk. So what we did is I took the Work Emotion logo and cut that out of what we call Romark. And we cut it out and put some bronze behind it and made our own center caps. And that was what I was trying to have as a little bit of a side hustle for a little bit. Never caught on. Nobody cares about center caps. Nobody wants to modify their center caps.
If you want center caps, though, he can do it. He's a man of all.
I can do it.
The man of all trades.
If you want it.
Photography, side skirts,
yeah,
car wraps.
Yeah.
He'll probably even work on your car for the right price.
I could, yeah. I could do
And
sound systems.
Sound systems, building subwoofer boxes, and now we can add
Center cap
cap, center design.
Yeah, you know.
You'll pretty much do it all for the right money.
I try. Jack of all trades, right? So, I mean, that's the name of the game, though. When you're a budget builder, you got to learn how to do things yourself. And, you know, you can't just drop it off to any shop. As much as I wish I could, as much as I wish I could afford, you know, being able to give someone my ideas and say, make it come to life kind of thing, there's no money for that. I have a kid, you know, I have a girlfriend, we got bills. It's real life now, you know.
Timeline on this. When did you get it? 2 years ago? Last year?
This I got, it's going on 2 years. This May will be 2 years that I've had the car.
So in 2 years' time, you've taken it from a completely stock, silver, just beat up.
It looked horrible.
Skyline.
Honestly, when I first met the guy to buy the car, I was very close to not even wanting the car.
Right.
I almost turned away from it, but we had gone so far. It was horrible. So it had been sitting in this guy's driveway for what he told me was like 8 or 9 months. The battery was dead in it. And the entire car just had horrible, horrible pollen all over it. So the first thing we did was we got the car, we got back to the hotel, and the next morning we took it down the street to a car wash and power washed the entire car. And I mean, I probably sank $30 into the car wash that day because it took so long to get all of that pollen off of the car. And I really wanted to see, like, okay, how bad is the paint on the car? It was horrible. So we knew immediately it's going to go in for repaint. There's no way it's going to come back to life kind of thing. It was silver, but it had been so faded it almost looked white. So, but yeah, it was just a really ugly car. And, you know, it's just like any other car. You buy a base model, that's what you're getting. You're not getting any kind of luxury. You're not getting any kind of extras. It was silver, had, if some of you guys know, look it up if you don't know, 240SX teardrop wheels. Just the ugliest wheels on there. Like, I would have taken a set of, like, Steelies with hubcaps over the wheels that were on it, you know? And it's really funny because...
Worse than the DSM Waves?
God. Loads worse. But what's really funny is, like, I remember I was driving it to the car wash, and because it's right-hand drive, I had the windows down, and these guys immediately knew what it was. That's a Skyline, right? And they're poking their heads out the window. And like, this is just a car that demands...
That's what makes it worth it, right?
Yeah, it demands attention from people. It does. People just love it. They flock to it. There's people... I had one person, the first show that this car was ever in, I was being interviewed by a friend on Facebook Live, and there was a spectator like 10 feet away from us, and he overheard me saying... It's an RB20, non-turbo, blah, blah, blah. Only thing I heard was coming out of the guy's mouth. And I turned around. I thought it was a guy. It's this girl. This girl's like totally laughing at me because my car's slow, you know, whatever. but I turned around and I was, you know,
it's like fucking racers.
It comes with it, you know. What are you going to do?
It's all right.
What are you going to do?
Like I said before, nobody else has one, so...
Right, and...
If you do, you're allowed to hate, but she probably had one. She probably had like an R34.
She had some baller-ass R33 out of the
Some slammed R33 on bags and like...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Huge turbo.
600 horsepower, Ford Escort.
Super random thing we found out earlier. Well, I found out that he told me about as us joking. Was that the windshield wipers actually go the opposite way because it's right-hand drive. I didn't know that. I might be a noob. Yeah. Sorry, I never owned a right-hand drive car. My bad. But
so yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's pretty funny.
You're on the right-hand side. They wipe towards the right-hand side. And then, if anybody doesn't know, your turn signal is on the right-hand side. So when I was getting used to switching back and forth from daily driver to this thing, I would get back into my daily driver and hit the turn signal, and it would just be wipers. Damn crazy kind of thing, so...
It's alright. It's still his car, though. It's
yeah, car. You know, you get used to it after a little bit. It doesn't take long to get used to it, I will say that.
The nice 90s Japanese interior. It's pretty cool.
Very simple.
It's nice and simple, though. Nothing, no extra stuff. He's got a nice head unit in it, though, so that's nice.
It's got airbags.
But it's got airbags.
I mean, you know...
got
What else
airbags.
can you ask for?
It's good. It's good. It's good. All right, we're gonna steal it now. We're gonna go out.
Yeah.
I know we took the plate off, but it's all right. We're gonna go. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna steal this thing. I don't even know where the keys are. But the nice wood grain steering wheel. Is that kilometers or miles?
It is kilometers.
So what is that, like 40-some thousand miles?
No. What's it say on there?
97.
What is it?
97.
97. That's gonna be. I'm gonna be at like 60,000 miles.
60,000? That's not bad.
Is that what it is?
I thought it was 2.2.
How many is it?
97.
No, it's 1.2.
Is it 1.2?
Yeah, it's 1.2 to every mile. So how many is it?
97.
97. What's 97,000 kilometers in U.S. miles?
We can't even sell the car because we don't know how many fucking miles are on it.
It's 60,000.
60,000 miles. Okay. So it only has 60,000 miles on it, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's still mint for, what 97?
Yeah.
97?
The
That's not bad.
interior was absolutely mint when I got it.
Still has back seats.
And the interior are like a dark blue, but they're so dark it almost looks black.
Same color as the back seats?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what the original interior is, which still looks cool. It kind of has like that old Sparco center,
like the
what it looks like.
granation kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
the old Sparco seats.
Yeah.
But
And,
that's
like,
kind of what it
if
looks like.
You can't really tell, but like all of like the door panel and the dash and stuff,
Yeah.
it looks black. It's not black.
It's like dark blue,
It's
right?
a really, really, really dark blue. So just by switching up a couple things on the interior, everything matches really well and still flows very well. I still want to do the headliner.
Ooh, Skylines, floor mats.
Yeah, those are a pretty penny. I'll sell them for $20 right now. Just tell me. I'm desperate.
He will sell you the car though, for real.
I will, yeah, absolutely.
If you want to buy this, we'll do another shameless plug. We'll sell it. Well, he'll sell it. I have nothing to do with it, but
Yeah,
he'll sell it.
I would sell it, of course.
Gotta make him the right offer.
There's, my dreams don't stop at this car. This was never top of the line for me. I'm always looking to do different things and stuff like that. My next car will either be a 34 or an S15. I guarantee it. I really want an S15.
He gets a 34. We have to do a for sure fanboy video.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go take it for a
We
ride.
can do that, and like, if I get a 34 or an S15, the next video will be nothing but like Dorky Dory and Pokemon and anime all over the car. It'll look like
He's gonna wrap it with Blastoise on the side.
yeah, and like really, really horrible like Japanese manga.
Just rice it out.
everywhere.
Just rice out the
Not a
R34.
single bit of like
Just ruin
legit
it.
work.
And then just enter it in SEMA.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Because they'll love it. They'll love it. So
You'll
many
get
scene
in.
points.
Doesn't matter.
So many scene points.
We're kidding. We're not. Well, he might get an R34, but we're not going to do that because everybody started typing on the comments as soon as you started saying it. I know everybody
This
just.
guy's legit an idiot.
They were like, the whole video was cool until you ruined an R34.
But yeah, we'll see what's next. If somebody came to me with a legit offer for it, and I'm realistic about it. If somebody honestly came, I'm not going to throw an offer out.
We're not going to put numbers.
I'm not going to put
Because
a number
then you
out.
set yourself up
But
for that number.
If you legit came to me with a legit offer for the car, I would absolutely let it go. And I'd be able to start from scratch on something else, which is what I love doing. Like, I love putting cars together. I love dreaming up, color schemes and what can I do and what wheels are going to look best on this. And I think it's the same for any wheel enthusiast. Honestly.
Anybody watching this probably has the same goal.
Absolutely. Everybody loves laying awake in bed at night just thinking like,
What can I do to my car?
yeah, absolutely. Like, what style am I going to make my car? What's my next investment going to be? All that stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So, well, there you go, guys. If you want an R33 right-hand drive, Skyline non-turbo with GTR stuff, custom-made side skirts, a pretty penny for this rear diffuser, real work emotion wheels.
Real!
They're real.
They're real!
Not real fake.
They're
They're
not
real.
real reps! They're real!
With custom center caps.
Oh my god.
Those are worth $1,000 alone.
I really wish like I had like gold chains so I could like, set up, and that would be your click.
Thumbnail. That would be the thumbnail.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my God, Post Malone and his R33.
Post Malone.
I love you, Post. I love you, Post.
He's probably not watching the video.
I fucking love Post Malone.
But there you go, guys. If you want an R33 or you just want anything done to your car, hit up Fabian again. I'm going to put everything of his in the description below. I'm going to link everything for him. So if you need it, go to him. I don't get paid for this. I'm not even wrap my car. It's got the same paint from 2008 on it. So if you want anything, hit him up. Yeah. I'm going to be getting side skirts from him. Like I said, just send him measurements if you forgot already or you're scrolling, whatever. He'll make it for you, and that's about it. So we're going to end the video there. That's the Skyline. I know a ton of people messaged me, asking me when I was going to film it. We had a bunch of shit going on, and linking up was the hard part, but now we got it. Everybody can stop complaining, and then you'll see it at the meets this year if you don't sell it, right?
Yeah.
You can have it out?
Sure.
Okay.
Always. I enjoy doing more local stuff than I like doing like big shows and stuff like that.
So if you're in the Lancaster, Harrisburg area, probably about as far as you're going to go. Maybe Philly, I don't know.
I do Philly like once or twice a year, if that.
So
the roads are horrible, so I
Lancaster, Harrisburg area, you'll see it. Come out and see him. Super cool dude.
Yeah.
He'll let you sit in it, maybe.
Maybe. If you're sitting on my lap.
Ooh. All right, we're going to stop the video there. We're going to cut that out. That's done.